Welcome. Welcome back to Dungeons & Dragon Age. I'm joined here with Crimson Wolf, Darth, Shadie, Ghil, Dirthalen, and Jordan from the Exalted March.
Hi,
everyone.
You got them all.
I
I'm
got
so
'em all.
Yeah,
proud.
yeah.
Yay.
Round of applause.
Woo!
Okay. So, when we last left off, you guys had met a big guy named Andre, who was aboard the Blackbird's Lament when it went down. He explained that he doesn't know how many people survived. A lot of people were thrown overboard, but the crew, the captain ordered them to abandon ship. And he also doesn't know who betrayed them, but he does know, just like you guys figured out, that Jasper Ramoska, one of the richest dwarves in the Free Marches, was behind the. It was his idea to hire the Blackbird's Lament to steal the Sarcomech so that the gargoyles could use it against the spiders. So, you guys are going to report to the council now, and and then you'll do some stuff. So, I think by this point it's like 2:30 in the afternoon ish. So you're going up on the palace again. It's pretty big. There's a big shiny dome on top. There's a big pond in the center of the courtyard in front of it. I forget if I described this before, so I'm just doing it again. There's a few trees and bushes dotted around the courtyard as well, with some fancy-looking benches. The stairs lead to huge doors, and inside, as you would have seen before, is a very fancy foyer. You see luxury rugs over marble floors, potted plants, more of those fancy benches, impressive paintings of the sea and of the city. Banners hang down bearing Wycome's heraldry, which is a crown, I can speak. Stairs are on the left and right. There's another small fountain between them. There are a handful of people in here, some bureaucrats chatting and other people in fancy clothes about. There are a few guards around, and you spot the steward that led you to the council chamber yesterday. It's only been one day. Wow. He's at the top of the stairs holding some papers, and he spots you and rushes down to you, asking if you're there to report to the council. To make this easy, you tell him yes. He leads you to a waiting room and says to wait there while he arranges a quick meeting. He says it should only take a few minutes. It takes 20. He comes back, and then he says the three members of the council can see you now. He leads you to a more private meeting chamber where 3 of 5 counselors sit. At a large round table, you see Counselor Vervaine, the city elf, Counselor Edward, a male human, and Counselor Therese, a female human. Did you want to bring Andre with you into this meeting?
The group feelings on Andre.
He does have information that could be helpful,
Mm-hmm.
but we don't know how much we can trust him.
We dragged them all the way to the council meeting. We're going to decide now if we want to take them.
Yeah, I think, Crimson, that's a good point. We've kind of already taken him. Like,
yeah, he's already here.
You can choose to have not. I mean, I kind of went through all that, but...
Say fuck it. Let's bring him along.
Yeah, I'm about to say, worst case scenario, we just put them in jail after the meeting if we don't trust them.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So you walk in, you sit at the large round table, and Counselor Edward is the first to speak. He says, "We have been anxiously awaiting your report. Please tell us what you found."
Would anyone like to speak up, or is it Thora's turn? All right, Thora's turn. Okay.
We all come to Thora.
now I gotta remember what the fuck happened.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking about.
That's what's going through my mind too.
So Thora steps up because apparently she somehow becomes the talker of the group. And she says, "I am not stalling at all to look through my notes."
You can go ahead, take your time. I'll just cut it out.
So, the last 24 hours we had a very productive investigation, and she goes through all the things that we found at the boat, and basically just telling them everything. And then after she has given up, like kind of a bit too much detail, like it's going on for a little bit too long. And maybe at one point, one of you guys like nudges her and be like, okay, they don't need to know all the details. And she kind of wraps up what she was saying. And then she ends it with, and we have also found one survivor of the Blackbird. And she turns over to Andre. Andre, was there anything that I've missed in my summation?
No, I think you got it all.
So, in conclusion, Jasper Ramoska was trying to end the spiders. Thank you. And she kind of like gives a little bow and then steps back into the group.
Well, you're all sitting at a table, but...
Oh, well, all right.
That's all right.
She stood up apparently and she sat back down. That's
Okay.
Well, you can still bow at the table, but you might hit your head.
All right. Counselor Ross Edward says, so this was not caused by magic, or the Canary, or the Dread Wolf.
No.
Very well. Thank you for your service. Your job is done. Please resume your normal activities. Steward, please pay these folk their bounty of 12 gold each and see them out.
If I may, and she also opens up a book to a page of receipts, we will need this reimbursed.
Steward, see to it.
Thank you.
Hold on, I'm sorry.
Isn't there anything else that you'd like for us to do? I mean, Jasper Ramoska, I mean, aren't you going to take action, stop this?
Yeah, I have a serious problem with the fact that they tried to eliminate not just their enemies, but also a handful of elves. What's going to be, are you going to go after them or not?
The female human, Teresa Kendrick, she leans forward and she says, the gargoyles, although disruptive, are an important fighting force in the city. Better they be contained rather than outright removed. Their plot was prevented, that is enough. And Jasper Ramoska is a partial owner in more than half the businesses across the city. His construction teams have reinforced our walls, his smiths and transport companies have brought us improved weapons and armor, his connection to the Merchants Guild got us enchantments. We can't cut him out.
So as long as the corruption benefits you, you won't do anything.
You can't let this man be above the law.
You just want to let them walk free?
If he were arrested, half the city would be hurt financially. People would lose work. That hurts the economy. Poverty increases. And we risk more riots.
Then why not
Yeah,
take
but
him
that
out of control and then put someone who you can actually trust in place?
Exactly, because otherwise death increases.
The plot was thwarted, and we will keep a closer eye on the businesses of Ramoska. But otherwise... Yes?
Chancellor Varian, you are being oddly quiet in this discussion. Do you have no opinion on your plight of your people?
The safety of the city must come first.
I see.
Well, if I
The
can
city
go back
doesn't
by my
seem
regular-
awfully safe to me.
No, exactly.
Well, the council has made the decision, and I have made mine. So if I can go back to my regular duties, I'll go back to freelancing and doing what I want then.
All right.
If that includes killing a few people, then that's on you.
You are going to be escorted out by the steward, and he is going to give you guys 12 gold each, as well as reimburse you for whatever you have spent thus far. As you guys are stepping out, Counselor Varian does catch up with you guys, and he says, Tamron, is it? Would you mind taking a short walk with me?
Sure, I have nothing else to do.
All right. He starts walking. He's kind of close to you. He's keeping his voice low. He says, Keepa Deshona is meeting with the Venus movement. Somehow they know what happened on the ship, and they want to claim the council covered it up, which is true, but we are worried it may come to violence between them and the Restorationists. And Jasper Ramoska. No, I won't stand for his plan to kill my people. He has a sister, Caitie. If something were to happen to him, it won't be as bad as the others make it out to be. His titles would simply pass to her. And there are plenty who would benefit if his corrupt influence were removed. Unfortunately, there is no way he would be convicted of anything if he were to face trial. You no longer work directly for us, but I hope you do continue to do what is best for the city. And he pats your shoulder and starts to walk away, before quickly turning back. He says, one more thing. If you do find yourself near the alienage, I do recommend you stop by the Seafoam family restaurant. Beautiful place on the Glimmer Canal. The octopus platter is to die for. Tell Adwin I said so. He's the owner and head chef. And ask what kind of net he uses. I've always been curious.
I'll be sure to do that. I am a bit famished.
Tamron, you have heard of this place, the Seafoam family restaurant. One of the finest restaurants that opened a little over a year ago by an elf named Adwin, who was already known for being a very talented chef. So,
All right.
Council of Varian goes on his way.
All right. I'm going to go back to the group and let them know about this. And... well, I just got a message. Hold on. Too loud. But yes, I'm going to go back to the group, let them know that the council, while they won't do anything publicly and they don't think they can put him on trial, the counselor did mention that he has a sister that could take his place if anything were to befall him.
So basically, you were given the go to eliminate him.
Well, I was going to do it regardless, so.
Well, exactly.
But, there's also a meeting that may happen, so we may want, if you guys want to join, that could help benefit us as well, or we could just crash the party.
Turns to Wanderer, and she says, "Our job here is done. We have completed what we must do. Is this something you think we should do, or should we return back to where we came from?"
City seems like it needs a lot of help. I don't think it would be right to just turn our backs on them.
I agree.
But are we the people to help? Or this seems something personal to the elves. I do not want to steal a fight from them.
Too many people go around wondering if they're the right person to help. There should just be more people helping.
I do want
I
to point out
understand.
for Thora and Wanderer, your job is to help the city prepare against the Canary. So,
Yeah, but like that's not necessarily defeating Jasper Ramoska. Like he might actually be
That's
able
true.
to put up a good fight.
yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, I think that the appropriate analysis is Thora and Wanderer don't, like, when you start doing these sort of power struggles, like switching out one person for another person who you hope is going to be less corrupt, like there's no real good reason for them to do that. But I just think within character, Henry/Wanderer is too naive to know that. He just thinks he should help because he wants to be a good person. But yeah, it's probably like out of character. It's probably pretty dumb. But for someone who's of his disposition, he doesn't know what he's meddling with, but he would want to help.
Mm-hmm.
And I think Thora, not necessarily that she knows better, but she only does what she's told. And she's done what she's told, and now she's ready to leave. And I think she's only doing this because Wanderer said maybe we should. She's like, well, we're buddies. Okay.
Okay.
She's just kind of going for it.
All right. So Tamron has been informed that, well, he was recommended to go to the Seafoam family restaurant, and he was also informed that Keeper Deshana is currently meeting with the Venos movement. Also, or you guys can go do something else if you want to.
I mean, we
It's
might as
a-
well. Oh, what?
It's a lot of branching out. 'Cause
Well,
there's
how-
also the spiders, and but we shouldn't split too much. If we do split, maybe 2 and 2, or we all go together to each one.
well, the restaurant's close to 8 inch, right, Cole?
It's close to the alienage, yes. You're closer to the Venos movement's meeting place. Well, it's a headquarters, but you know.
Did you tell me what time the meeting was happening, or is this happening now?
He said Keeper Deshana is currently there.
Means we might as well do that now because it's happening now.
Yeah.
Right. Right. Tamron, you know where it is because many, a great amount of elves have just received invitations to join the movement. And you are among them. So you come up to what is now Dirthalen Manor, owned by the Dirthalen clan.
Wait, are we all going along, or is it just Tamron?
That's up to you.
Tamron, I think I'd like to accompany you. Thora, will you join us?
Of course.
So will I.
Okay. All right. So, since the riots, a lot of the old nobility have, recently retired from their lives, and so with the influx of Dalish, a lot of them were actually given the property that was once held by the old nobility. And so this is a large mansion, now owned by the Dirthalen clan, and is the headquarters of the Venos movement. So you come up to it. The house is surrounded by an elevated patio with some stairs leading up to it from the street. At the front are large wooden doors with a gold-colored handle and knocker. Large bushes and trees decorate the patio around, and the windows are tall and rectangular. You knock on the door, and a Dalish man answers it. He's got fairly dark skin and blue Valisleen. And he says, "May I help you?"
I was on mute.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, okay, here we go. I was like, Tamron, this is all you, buddy.
I would like to see the keeper, please.
Which one?
What is her name? I'm bad
Deshana?
with names.
Shauna.
Yeah, Shauna.
Says, "And these folk with you, who are they?"
Friends of mine that I've been doing business with, and they would like to help on a matter that concerns the elf safety here in the alienage.
You're not currently in the alienage, but so he says, "Very well, you may come in. Please be respectful." He stands aside to let you guys in, and he's giving everyone except Tamron sideways glances.
He actually should be giving me glances. I'm not going to be very respectful.
You enter the foyer, and overhead is a nice chandelier. The room splits off in all directions. The archway ahead has stairs on either side of it, converging at the center and leading off further onto the second floor. To your left is a sitting room where nobody is, and to your right is a hallway with more doors. Ahead, you see a large parlor with many comfortable seats surrounding coffee tables. They are all occupied. There are many more people just like standing and chatting. There's a total of like 15. You can see like a total of 15 people. They're mostly Dalish elves, but there is a few city elves as well, and even 3 humans. You enter the room and scan around. You again, about 15 to 20 people, somewhere in there. You see a nice kitchen to your right where 3 Dalish mages are standing. One is Keeper Deshana, and Tamron, you recognize the others as Keeper Sorvin, keeper of the Dirthalen clan, which is the manor. I forgot the name of the manor already. And Keeper Nalora, who is the keeper of the Durrani clan.
Okay. I'm typing this up.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm going to approach the keepers. And pretty much, I'm flat out asking them what they're going to do about... I am bad with names. What is the dude's name who tried to kill us?
Jasper Ramoska?
Jasper. I'm just going to flat out ask them what are their plans for Jasper and the spiders and gargoyles.
All right. The rest of you, are you just like sticking close behind Tamron, or do you want to mingle?
Oh, we're sticking close.
Okay.
I am asking about the others.
All right. So you walk up to the 3 of them and point blank ask, "What are you going to do about Jasper Ramoska?" And Keeper Deshana is going to ask Jasper Ramoska. What are you talking about, Tamron?
He wanted to use Sarcomech to kill everyone in the 18 inch while trying to take out his competition.
Okay, Keeper Sorvin is going to say, "See, I told you. We have to move. Deshana, we cannot allow this corruption and violence to continue." Keeper Nalora says, "Please calm down, Sorvin. Let us hear the whole story first."
I'll break down the story for him.
All right.
And up until the point to where we were at the council, and they were okay with just letting the corruption continue.
Keeper Sorvin is going to give Deshana a hard stare. And she says, "Well, I'm afraid my voice alone will not convince the council to do anything. You say you were dismissed?"
Yep. So as far as I'm concerned, I'm free to do what I like.
She's going to lean back a little bit and consider that. Keeper Nalora is going to ask, what are your plans then?
Kill Jasper. And if I could, destroy the gargoyles and spiders. That's probably more of a long-term fix. Jasper is the immediate threat.
They're all gonna be quiet a little bit as they think about this. And Deshana, she says, "Are you sure death is the answer?"
I can't make him tranquil, so what do you want me to do? Put him in prison?
The council said that there wouldn't be enough evidence to hold him and put him in prison.
Perhaps prison is not the answer. Perhaps we can come to some sort of agreement. With all of the chaos that is about to arrive, we need everyone on our side. Is that what perhaps you mean, Keeper Deshana?
I'm hoping that there is a way to perhaps dampen the damage that he intends to cause and would be caused by his death.
Are you suggesting we bring him to our side?
I am suggesting that you simply find a way to end the threat to the elves without more death. And Sorvin is going to step forward. And he says, "No, if you don't kill him, we will." And Nalora is going to, pull him back a little bit. No, let's not do that or say things like that in front of people who work for the council. That's a bad idea. And he and Nalora are just going to start arguing quietly. And
Keeper, I'm afraid I'm misunderstanding. You do not want to kill Jasper Ramoska, but you offer no alternatives. What would you have in mind?
Perhaps Ramoska could be convinced of the error of his ways. Perhaps he could be brought to our side. Or otherwise, he may be convinced to abandon his negative intentions.
You want a corrupt man to change his ways in the blink of an eye.
I would like to think that we are capable of great change if we want it.
And will create destruction, as we all know. I don't particularly like the idea of keeping a man corrupt in any kind of power or giving him the option to stay free. If you cannot incarcerate him, if you cannot convince him, best thing to do with evil is to kill it outright.
Perhaps
Or, if I
you
may,
could chain it, if that is what you mean.
you could chain it. Perhaps there is something that would tarnish Ramoska's reputation, harm his business. He may not be arrested, but it certainly would not be good for him. And if you were to hold that over him, he may be more cooperative.
You want us to blackmail a man who owns half the city?
Why not?
I think I might understand where you're going with this, Keeper Deshana. Because if he were to die, the elves were to be blamed, and more violence could happen.
Precisely.
I understand.
But finding blackmail information to blackmail him with is a tall order.
As
You have to be quite the information.
it's only as tall an order as assassinating one of the most powerful men in the city.
I would argue assassination would be easier, but I see.
She chuckles at that.
On top of that, blackmailing him and also then keeping him blackmailed in control is also a task.
Powerful man like that, a lot of people would lie on his behalf, take bribes, he could have evidence destroyed at any time. How long could we honestly maintain the peace based on blackmail?
You no longer work for the council nor for me. I am giving you direction. What you do with it, I leave in your hands. I just ask that you bear in mind the powers at play here.
I'm not exactly one for politics, but as far as I can tell, Jasper Ramoska is a very powerful man, and he's motivated by self-interest. He doesn't want to kill all the elves in the city, he just didn't care if it happened. What exactly does he want? He wants to destroy the spiders. I mean, maybe there is some way to appease him.
You make an excellent point, young man.
There was also mention of a sister. Would it be perhaps possible to use her?
Perhaps if we could find a way to dishonor him and then force a duel between him and his sister, not necessarily to the death, but to determine who would take over instead, and he would be completely dishonored and would have to abide by his sister, but he wouldn't be dead.
I am not completely familiar with the ways of the doors, Lady Vervaine, but I do not believe they work in the same way as Orlesians. Dishonor was probably part of his name.
He's a businessman first and foremost. Wanderer may have the idea to probably take down his enemies, and perhaps even have someone he can actually talk to or trade with more openly to make a more peaceful negotiation with him. Maybe even putting his sister in charge of the spiders will help, so that we can avoid this conflict in the future, if we want to take the diplomatic approach.
Perhaps. And I do not know if we even have these resources. But with so many large threats, perhaps we can make him see that it would be better for him and for many others to cooperate. We could mask as agents of, say, Fen'Harel or the Qunari and scare him into working with the city.
That could unite everyone against a common threat.
Is there a way he would agree to ally with the city elves so that he would not want them killed?
If I would imagine that was something he would do if that was the only way for him to survive.
Maybe this is the wrong approach. We're thinking about how to take his power. Why don't we just take his power away and put to where not even his family no longer controls the city, but gives the control more back towards the council so they can actually benefit from it. If we go with the approach of dishonoring him, or even to the point of having some nobles, if needed, take control of majority of the city, he wouldn't have as much influence.
I don't trust that council as far as I can throw them, and I can throw people pretty damn far. I think they're bought and paid for.
I agree with the Wanderer.
I do too.
True. But at least we know their pockets are lined with gold, as opposed to his is just gold and blood. More of the evil that you know.
It'd also be possible to take away his power in the form of his money. We could quite literally take the money, Since there is a bank account we know of, we could possibly steal it or even destroy it.
I like the idea of stealing.
You're onto something.
A man with no money is nothing in the Dwarven world.
Would a man like that really keep all of his wealth in one place?
You were told last session that he runs a lot of business out of a major casino.
Ding, ding, ding.
I think the DM is trying to tell us we need to go to the casino.
Well, I'm not saying you.
I think Cole has like Dragon Age Ocean's 11 playing.
All right.
I'm saying that is, if you want to go the stealing route, you do know of a target.
Of a target.
Start with one business, go to the next. Or a domino effect, one or two.
But eventually it would get word to him that all of his businesses are being destroyed or robbed. You would know he's being targeted, likely blame the elves. Violence would still occur on the people.
Well, not necessarily. We could always make it look like one of his other enemies are doing it. Let's say the spiders.
But then we're back to square one.
True.
He blames the spiders.
Or we make a third enemy come out of nowhere. One that the spiders and the gargoyles themselves want to team up to particularly take down. In that case, they make
The
an alliance.
Canary or Fen'Harel.
And in that case, either
Seconds.
team up or we could take both of the parties down at once.
The problem is we do not look much like agents of Fen'Harel or Canary.
Who's to say what the agent's supposed to look like? They never supposed to actually be spotted, as far as we know. If we do everything right, we shouldn't be.
Unfortunately, our track record for doing things right has not been golden.
Or gilded, as it were.
And typically, agents of Fen'Harel are not humans.
Then why don't we play up the both parties, Fen'Harel and the Canary? Give them two fronts on both sides.
All right, so it seems like all of our characters are pretty open, right? Kind of out of character, just summarizing. We can kill him. We can try and cripple him through taking away his resource. Or we can try and go negotiation/appeasement. Feels like we've got three angles. I feel like we're all relatively open to those three. I mean, do we have one
Yeah.
as a group that we definitely want to try first?
Well, Vervaine apparently likes breaking into things, so the casino would appeal to her.
I think our group, on the whole, likes to lie, but is very bad at it. So,
Yes.
Well,
the less lying we have to do is probably going to be the best course of action.
you've met some people throughout your time in Wycome that maybe have an ear to the ground, and so you may be able to seek out some of your contacts, each of you. You have yet to meet with anyone from the spiders.
I mean, we've yet to meet with Jasper Ramoski either. We're talking about killing the guy.
Mm-hmm.
Do we really want to do that with Tamron wanting to kill them?
I mean, that's a great point. We would have to deal with Tamron's desire to want to stab the shit out of him.
And Andre's too. He's there, by the way. He's with you.
Yeah.
Hi, Andre.
Hi.
I didn't know you were there.
Hey.
Hey, buddy.
What do you think the best course of action should be, Andre?
Jasper Ramoska is going to be well fortified. Perhaps we should get more information somehow.
We could meet with the spiders, but I am like an idea of actually putting more people in power that we trust to actually run the city, so it's not in the hands of more corrupt people.
Okay, this is gonna sound weird. I don't know if I need to ask this a question in character, Cole, but where are we again? We're at a manor for one of the clans, right? But we're not in the alien, as you said.
Right, you're in, it's the higher class part of the city. You're still kind of near the palace.
We're meeting with a contingent of elves who are trying to figure out what to do about the problem. Yes.
They're like a political party, yeah.
Okay. Do any of you have a lot of love for the spiders?
Are you just going to ask that out to the room?
No, to the. I mean, look, it's not a
Greek
smart
keeper.
question, but yeah, to the questions, to the keepers. It's not a smart question, but I feel like Henry would ask it.
Okay. They're all kind of whispering near you. But they're all going to look at you like you're crazy. Yeah, none of them are going to say anything. You guys can make insight checks to determine their looks if you
Oh,
want.
okay.
Oh boy,
Interesting.
rolling.
Yeah.
Let's go.
All right.
I'm insight +4, so let's see what this gives. 19 + 4, that's 23.
I'm on insight.
I have no modifier for this, but here we go.
All right,
Oh,
what is it?
shit. Natural 20.
Oh, damn.
Oh,
All right.
my boy.
All right. Where's my list of characters? There we go.
I got a 16 if it matters, by the way.
Let's see.
Yeah, mine's a total of 23, so we should be good.
Yeah, 17 total.
Yeah, we can read the
Nice.
shit out of this room.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Wanderer and Vervaine, you guys did the best. You guys see Keeper Tishana is looking at you like, don't be ridiculous. Come on, that would be absurd. Keeper Sorvin is looking at you like, that is more like you're stupid. And Keeper Nalora is she's pretending to look angry, but you can tell she's pretending. So
Okay.
pretending to look
On.
more angry than yeah.
All right. Well, you act like that's a dumb question, but you're all council members and know also forming diplomacy, so it's not exactly strange for maybe somebody to be corrupted as well here.
Yeah, I get the impression that some of them might have ties to the spiders.
Fen'Harel. Eh? Eh?
And why would this even concern you? Nalora asks.
Is she asking Wanderer specifically?
Yes.
I don't know. I just think Jasper Ramoska is going through all this trouble. There's collateral damage. Innocent people are going to die because of a gang war. I mean, it doesn't seem like you all particularly like the spiders. I mean, it might sound cruel or bloodthirsty or unjust, but if he wants to destroy the spiders, I mean, how do we get him to do that without having all of these innocent people die in the process?
You can make either a deception roll or a persuasion if you actually believe that.
Well, yeah, Henry sort of naively, yes, he thinks that maybe there's a way to just let him get what he wants. So you want me to make a persuasion?
Yes.
What is he trying to persuade them of?
That's the reason you... Actually, that's a good point.
Is it to make you just trust him at this point? Or?
Yeah, it's basically to trust him.
Because Henry is just sort of like he doesn't necessarily want people to get hurt, right? So he's making the play that like there's less collateral damage if you just not necessarily help Jasper Mosca, but like, you know, does Jasper Mosca really want to see every single spider dead? Does he just want control of the territory? That sort of thing.
Well, still persuade them that you're being genuine right now because for DM secret reasons.
Okay. All right. Rolling persuasion. I don't have any modifier for that. 12.
12. Okay. They're still just gonna continue looking at you like that. It's like, you do what you have to do, Nalori says.
Henry just sort of shrugs. He's
Yeah.
like, well, I mean, if we have to end up in a fight with Jasper Ramoska, it's seeming unavoidable at this point.
Mm-hmm. All right, so what do you guys want to do now?
Guess to the casino.
Yeah, so the options that I'm seeing is we just like go up to Jasker and Mosca and be like, delivery, and then we shoot him in the head. We go over to the casino and explode it or something, or we come up with like this weird convoluted plan where like we somehow get him to be blackmailed into doing what we want, but we have no idea what to blackmail him for, and I don't even know where to start that.
Or
Is
we
there
could
any other ideas on the table?
bankrupt them.
Bankrupt
I
him.
think isn't that the casino option or no?
Sort of. It depends on what you want to do with the casino.
Okay, so there's Casino A and Casino B, Casino Bankrupt and Casino
Robbery
11.
and
Yeah.
and Counselor Varian also suggested you go to a certain restaurant.
I mean, gaining more information. Either way, we need more information. I mean, we don't
Yeah.
like, right, Cole? Like, there's no way for us to know that his net worth is going to be so impacted by the destruction of the casino that it cripples him, right? Or do we know
Yeah.
that? And how do we know that exactly?
You can make. What would that be? What kind of roll would that be to see if Wanderer knows that? I think Thora might figure it out.
I guess you're right.
Thora might figure it out, but
All right, I'm rolling.
Yeah, if the casino's a miss,
I
I
guess
rolled
I'm
a
thinking-
5. I don't know it.
just make straight intelligence.
I rolled a 5. I don't know it.
I guess I'm
Yeah.
making the case not that Wanderer knows it, but that we don't. I guess you're saying we don't know that we don't know? Like Wanderer doesn't know that he doesn't know that?
Yeah, I mean, the casino thing was just like an offhand mention last time.
Yeah, okay.
So
okay.
you shouldn't take that as
Yeah.
like a huge deal that you
Okay.
know of
'Cause
right now.
because if it's a miss, then all we'll be doing is angering.
Exactly,
Robusta
that's right.
even more.
Right.
It seems to me that we're like the most surefire thing is to kill him, but that also I think that's going to be the hardest.
Also, problem is would be like if we would kill him, who's gonna take his place? Even if it is his sister, there's no guarantee his sister is less corrupt than him.
We'd have to
And the
be
sister could
planning
also
to work
take
with
vengeance.
the sister.
Yeah.
Right, we'd have to work with the sister. Would have to be a willing. We'd have to plan to put her in power and actually get her to agree to that.
Yeah, we need more information. We need more ammo. We need more allies.
So we can go to the restaurant, follow that lead, try to meet with somebody from the spiders, then try to hunt down the sister, see her take on her brother's actions.
I think that's what we're gonna have
That's
to
true.
do.
Is it possible to I don't know, capture him, keep him alive under
Kidnap him?
under the idea? Yeah,
Huh.
the sister was like, look, you want your brother to live, run this organization a little more humanely, and he won't die. He'll be well cared for. We're gonna keep him.
And then we could be Jasper Ramoska. We kidnap him, form a room, and he just becomes a hermit and writes letters.
Sure, yeah, we control Jasper Ramoska.
I love it.
Who's
We're
gonna
the new
babysit
Shadow
him for the Who's gonna babysit him for the rest of their life?
Oh, we'll get somebody. He has a lot of money. We can use his money.
Throw him in jail. Who the fuck cares? It doesn't even matter anymore. Just one of us pretends to be Jasper Ramoska. We are now Jasper Ramoska.
But then that's still killing him. But okay.
But it doesn't. It's
does
slightly different.
It is slightly different.
He'll
He
be
wants-
fed.
So pretty much somebody takes his place as the head of the gargoyles and everything and runs things better.
Yeah, we become the new Shadow Broker. This is this ending.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Mm.
I'm digging this.
All right.
I'm not okay with that.
So again, where do you want to go?
Well, we still have to
Restaurant?
talk to the other restaurant.
Yeah.
Let's
okay.
go to the restaurant. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm
All right.
hungry.
Also, Tamron, you were informed the sister's name is Katia. You told everyone else what Varian said to you. Thora, you know that name because Madame Sasha mentioned it to you at the
Yeah.
rosebush.
Yeah, I thought it sounded familiar, and I was looking through my
Yeah.
notes.
Alright.
Yes. Okay.
Alright.
All right. She's the one sending Tranquil. Okay.
All right. So, where is my thing? All right. So you guys, you hire a gondolier to take you to the Seafoam family restaurant. That's gonna be 5 of you. It's times 4 silver. Wait, no.
Wait.
5 silver. Wait, no. Sorry.
Andre's paying for himself. So
I'm
he
stupid.
can, if he doesn't want to pay, he doesn't have to come.
Okay, 2 silver each.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
So we're on a boat.
You are on a gondola, yes.
Bad time I mentioned that Tamron does not like boats.
You've taken one before, but okay.
Doesn't mean he likes them.
All right. So you guys are brought to the Seafoam family restaurant. You arrive, and Varian wasn't kidding. It's a nice place. It's right on the canal, just like a few steps above the water. And it's underneath a road/walking area. There's a tree. It's like a tiny park. I don't know what it's called. The water around sparkles a bit in the sunlight. You see a bar at the center and tables all around. Lots of people are here, elves and humans alike. It's like, what time is it? It's like, by the time you get here, yeah, it's like 5.
What's the name of the restaurant again?
Seafoam Family Restaurant.
Seafoam Family Restaurant. I'm wondering if Vervaine, being part of the Wycome circle, if she would have come here previously.
Yeah, it's a pretty popular place. You hear the food is, what's the word? It's very good.
I can sort of imagine if Vivian visited for an update from her, if they would have come here together and just dined lavishly.
Possibly.
Yeah.
All right, you can say you've been here before.
Okay.
So, you walk up and the host says, hello, elven host says, hello, table for 5, would you like to sit near or away from the water?
I believe my friends will prefer away from the water.
Excellent, excellent, please follow me. And he's going to lead you off to a table. And you guys have a seat, and he says, a server will be right with you, enjoy. And he walks away. And, a minute later, a well-dressed lady elf comes up. She looks rather young, blonde hair, and she says, hello, what can I get you to drink?
Water for
Can we
me.
have the menu?
You guys have menus that the host gave them to
Okay.
you. Sorry.
I'll
just
take
take
an
water.
ale, please.
Water, ale, yeah. Just normal stuff. We don't have to roleplay every little thing, but
Yeah.
all right.
Want to? No, okay.
Okay. Says, all right, I will be right back. And she goes off. So looking around, you see, a lot of people, mainly elves and humans. You see a pair of dwarves, you see a pair of dwarves sitting over kind of near the water, which is a little weird for dwarves. You see a guy in a kind of like a hooded black cloak sitting alone. And yeah, that's it.
Well, that guy looks suspicious. Is there something one of us might be able to roll to try to sense?
Wouldn't like insight or something? Wouldn't that?
Yeah,
It'd
if
be
the
more like,
person is dangerous or just afraid.
I'll say you can make perception rolls to determine his body language. Or
Okay.
insight. If you're better with that, you can use insight, fine.
Yeah, I have a +4 modifier on insight, so I'll go with that. Mm. A total of 13. Not great.
Yeah, no, he seems pretty stoic.
I rolled a 19 with a +4 perception modifier.
Ooh.
Yeah, he seems to be kind of like being very intentionally stoic. Like he's trying too hard to not be noticeable.
Which makes him noticeable.
Which makes him noticeable, yes.
So he's not very good at whatever he's doing.
Yes.
Okay.
The waitress is going to come back, and she's going to pass out your drinks. She says, "Have you decided, or do you need a few minutes?"
know what-
Tamron. Yeah.
An octopus platter, please. And another question: is Adwin in?
Yes, he is.
Oh,
Octopus, you said. Very well. And for the rest of you?
I was curious what nets he used. Could you bring him to us and tell us?
Of course I can. Yes, but would you like to place your orders first, or?
I'll have an octopus platter as well.
So will I.
I guess I will do that as well.
I'm hungry now.
Okay. Very well. I'll put that in and be right back. You guys look over the menu. There is no octopus on it. So after a moment, she, not her, Edwin, elf man. He's got short hair on the side of his head, kind of longer up top. We all know that hairdo from Inquisition. It's like a dark red, and he's got kind of darker skin. And he's gonna walk up and he's gonna say, "Hello, my friends. Hello, welcome to Seafoam. How may I serve you?" He's being very friendly, kind of making a fuss about it. And he's gonna sit down at the table, and he's gonna say, "I hear you want the octopus platter."
Yes, sir. I was recommended it very highly.
By who, might I ask?
Oh, what was his name?
Counselor Varian?
I'm gonna be bad with names for a while. Counselor Very.
So he's going to lower his voice a bit, and he's going to ask, "So, you want to meet with the web spinners?"
Yes.
"And what is your interest in meeting with them?"
To gauge a little problem they've been having with another group.
"I see. Well, around the corner from here, along the canal, there is a hole in the wall leading to some maintenance tunnels, and then further down into the water control systems. Go there, and you'll find your way. Until then, I do recommend you actually order something so as not to draw attention to yourselves. Enjoy, my friends." And he walks off. And the woman comes back. She's like, "So, would you like to order something that is on the menu?"
Thora orders a very healthy salad.
Okay.
Okay.
Vervaine
take-
orders fish.
Same.
Yeah,
Did we actually get a menu? Did we get a real menu, or I'm sitting here like, did we miss something in the chat?
I didn't send
Oh,
you one. No. But there is a lot of seafood on there, so they got like shrimp. You guys just order generic fish. I don't need to know everything that
Or,
you specifically
Wanderer
order.
could just order the steak in a seafood.
Lemon peppered cod on
Yeah, sure. What's the fanciest dish you can think of?
If it is possible for Wanderer to order a steak at a seafood place, that is what he would do.
He ordered the chicken nuggies.
Oh, how dare you!
Isn't there a thing like, I feel like I've heard that, like,
Surf and turf.
Surf and turf, sure.
Yeah.
Well,
There's
not-
steak and
chips.
seafood.
but like steak. I feel like there was mention of like people eating dragon and they called it dragon steak or something. Am I crazy? I feel like I might be
that
crazy.
might have been a thing.
I feel like
don't
that's a thing. Sure, if they have that on the menu, Henry orders that.
Sea serpent steak.
know.
Sure.
Yeah.
That's very expensive. That'll be a gold.
Yeah, he's got 12 gold or 11 gold and 96 silver burning a hole in his pocket.
Okay. All right. So you guys enjoy a delightful meal at a slightly elevated price. I'm just gonna go ahead and charge you guys 75 silver for the rest of your dishes, except Wanderer, who paid a gold. All right. So Adwin has informed you that there is a hole in the wall down the canal further, and it leads to some maintenance tunnels, and then further down into the water control systems. He just told you to go there. So you guys can walk there. It's only like 2 blocks away. I know Tamron doesn't like boats, and it's cheaper than hiring a gondolier. But you walk there, you head down some steps, and you head into, it kind of looks like a runoff pipe thing, or canal, that goes under the street. And there is a door that is unlocked. You open it, and the guy was right. There are maintenance tunnels. So you head through. It's dark. There are no like torches lit, but I think you guys just have torches that you can light. So you're wandering around. He didn't give you any specific instructions on where to go, but it's a pretty small area. So you wander around. There's a few rooms with pipes and valves and whatnot. And you do find another door that looks more decrepit, kind of like foreboding. You go up to that. That one is unlocked. Now, each of you make perception rolls.
All right.
Perception.
19.
Total of
Never
17.
I got 12.
I rolled. You guys are gonna be so impressed with me. I rolled a natural 1. So come at me, bro. What do we got?
All right. So when you get to this door, this decrepit door, and you open it, Wanderer, you hear like an extra click, and your combat training alerts you immediately. Yeah, there's a trap.
All right. I immediately bring my shield up, first of all.
You bring your shield up. Thora, being not perceptive at all, you just kind of take a step forward, and you are hit with a what is this thing? It's like a swinging metal ball that's just gonna kind of pound you in your chest.
Oh, Jesus.
So you're gonna make a dexterity saving throw.
What's the dexterity modifier that I currently have? I rolled decently, but... Alright, my dexterity is a +1, so then I got a 19.
19? Alright, you only take 3 damage then.
Did you just hit her with a wrecking ball?
I did hit her with a wrecking ball, yes. A very small...
Like a wrecking
No.
ball.
It was a very small one.
That's a small wrecking ball. Got it.
All right.
Real quick, did we rest before we did all this? I don't remember.
Yes.
I don't
we'll
think
just
so.
Say yes.
You-
Let's just say yes.
You took a short rest.
We-
I know that.
We ate. That's a rest.
Yeah, you guys
Yeah.
you guys have taken a short rest, but you don't get the benefit of a long rest.
Ugh.
Because that's 8 hours.
I mean, that was this morning though, and it's already like evening, and like we haven't really been doing much. Like that's kind of.
But you've been walking around a
Restful.
lot, talking to people.
We took a gondolier for most of it.
I'm more concerned, like, do I get my health back?
Yeah, like we. Yeah.
Short, yeah. Does a short rest give us HP back or no? I know it resets some of the per rest, or at least some of them.
Let's see.
Abilities.
Short rest, 1 hour. You can use it tending to wounds. Character can spend 1 or more hit dice at the end of a short rest.
Yeah.
So yes, you can get some health back.
Yeah, because mine says, I see the hit dice says 1d8 plus 3. I have to roll for help. to get
So, yeah,
health back.
so you can roll a hit dice.
But we don't get any spell slots back, right?
Where do I see this?
It should be under your hit points. Let me.
There's on your character
Okay.
sheet. Yeah, hit dice.
1d6. So I gained that much back up to my total.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I've got a +3. I rolled a 5, so that's 8 restored. So I'm almost at full health now.
I have +6, but I was at 18 and my hit points are 21, so I'm just back up at 21 then.
Okay.
I didn't get hit last fight, so look at me go. But
We just got hit by a wrecking ball.
yeah, I know. There
Yeah.
I am. But like the spell slot situation, how's that looking?
Spell
we-
slots. No, you don't get any of those back. But Thora, since yours like works differently, you would have like refilled your alchemical stuff back at the hotel when you were there. So homebrew rules, you get your spell slots back.
Okay, but that means Vervaine does not, though.
No, I don't believe so. Sorcerer spell
Yeah.
slots. I think it's only a warlock that gets spell slots back. But if you have mana potions, you can give them to her to restore a spell slot. Or lyrium potions, I guess.
Yeah,
we
well,
don't
yeah,
know if we're gonna run into comp. I mean,
yeah, we'll talk about it. I guess because like I don't think I have anything like that.
Right.
So,
We'll have to rely on our basics.
you guys have got some
Basic
cantrips,
stuff.
right?
yeah, we'll figure it out.
All right. So through this door, past the wrecking ball, doesn't appear to be a very functional trap. It just kind of hurt you a little bit. But there are some stairs that lead down, and again, there's just like more pipes running along the length. Finally,
I just want to make a point. Wanderer helps Thora back up. We
Well,
don't just like leave
yeah,
her there.
okay,
you.
yeah.
I was
Like,
actually
we
going
help
to do
her up.
something. I was going to do something a lot worse. I was going to wave my hand in front of her face and say, like, "Are you blind?"
You can do
I
that.
might be.
And all
We
this
dust her off,
time,
make sure she's okay.
is Andre still with us?
Yeah, he's there.
Whoa,
Okay.
what's this guy?
Does he roll for anything?
Go first. Andre's going first.
Okay, from now on, he's going
Oh no,
first.
Wanderer,
Okay.
Wanderer can go ahead. Wanderer can go ahead of the party. If there are any more traps, I'm armored, I'm shielded at least.
All right. Okay. So you're heading down. Now, once you get to the bottom of this set of stairs, you're seeing a lot more like heavy machinery. There's what looks like boilers, very large tanks, and pipes going off in all directions. Very much a water station place that handles water.
Okay.
Sorry, is that a thing that people in Thetis can do, like a water treatment facility?
It's not like, well, what
It's
I'm
like an aqueduct, actually.
it's not like a water filtration facility, but it's more for like maintaining the canals. I'm basing this off Dragon Age 2, where they had relatively industrial foundries, where they got the giant cauldrons pouring molten steel. They had machines. It's not like steam powered.
Yeah, not quite Fable 3 steam powered
Yeah.
technology, but
Okay.
basics.
It's not. It's just moving water around, basically.
Okay.
So yeah. Let's see. So now, as you're wandering through this facility, and you do come out into you find a arch with a portcullis down, and you can see it leads into some. They're sewers. Let's be honest. They're sewers. And you do see some lit torches through there, but you do not see a way to open this portcullis. So each of you are going to make perception rolls to try to find the mechanism that activates it.
Anybody else regretting having a fish?
I rolled a 5.
Let's see. Total 16.
Total 9.
What's the roll
Perception.
for?
To try to find the mechanism that raises the portcullis.
16?
16. All right. So you and Tamron both got the same roll. And what you find are two valves that don't appear to be connected to anything. And you just deduce that turning them will raise the portcullis. Yeah.
Okay.
Go through that. All right.
Thora turns it.
It's heavy.
Thora and Tamron turns it?
You guys turn them and it opens.
Okay.
And it's going to lead out. Now you can enter the sewers. And that, it's kind of early, but that is where we're going to end the session so that I have time to prepare more traps. So,
Okay.
thank you guys.
Ooh, okay.
Thank you guys for joining us. This was a lot of fun. I liked you guys planning this assassination / kidnapping / robbery / blackmail mission.
Anything was actually decided, but we came up with a lot of ideas.
You're
We have a
going.
lot of options.
You know you're going to find the
Exactly.
spiders now to get more information.
I'm
So
already gotta go. If there are giant spiders, I'm leaving.
just don't worry. I know.
Spider with hands? Spider with hands?
Nah,
Oh, spider.
Spider with hands?
Yeah, at least they don't have hands.
No, spider with hands. Spider with
No.
Yes.
Oh my
No spiders at all.
I have a very specific, unique spider scream. When I see a spider, everyone in the house knows that it's a spider I saw.
All right. Thank you guys so much for joining us. We'll see you next time. Bye.
Thanks, everybody.
Bye.